What's up, everyone? Yeah, How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up? Welcome. Good to have you here. It's going to be quite a short one, but I wanted to go live nonetheless, answering some questions as well. Nothing really happened from an Elliott Wave perspective. We've just been going sideways as the weekend loves to do. And yeah, that being said, good to have you here. We will cover at least a little bit of Elliott Waves, of course. But welcome to another weekend and another weekend range. Now it is Saturday night. You know, many people doing some other things, and Formula One is starting in 40 minutes, which is something that my wife and I will see and watch. So yeah, it's a very social weekend for me. It doesn't happen every weekend, as you'll notice, but today gone the whole day. Tomorrow the whole day. Family is visiting here as well. So yeah, it's a busy weekend. But Bina, good to have you here. Welcome, Mido. Was watching the educational playlist. Nice, man. Good job, Mido. Mari as well. It is a pleasure, guys. It's great to see that you're making use of the educational playlist. It's a lot of information, of course, packed in that playlist. So please make sure to study slowly, because it can be very overwhelming to go through all of the videos, right? It's a playlist, so the first video is the starter and the last one is the final one. It's a lot of information, so take it easy, right? Take it slow and study an impulse, and then first try to look for impulses on the chart and then go to video 2. You know, really try to make it your own and study the content. Videos will be, of course, more videos not pattern related will be added at a later stage, like a risk management video, an 886 video, a 618 video. So yeah, and some other stuff. But the most important core content from an Elliott Wave point of view, everything you actually have to know is in there. So yeah, cheers, Anson. It's a pleasure. Tim, watching this wave see. We'll see. I mean, arguably you have a bit of a diagonal here, of course, towards the upside, but it is still a weekend, so it's very typical weekend price action. I'll just quickly have a look at some scenarios, but I'm not really... So nothing, in other words, what I'm trying to say, nothing changed compared to the update that I shared earlier today. So if you want to have an overview from the weekly time frame to where we are right now, I very much recommend to check out the latest video from 9 hours ago, because in the past 9 hours, let's have a look. In the past 9 hours, I'm on let's go to a 1 hour time frame. 9 hours. This has happened in 9 hours. Nice. So yeah, we still didn't hit this target area, which would be nice to hit, to be honest. Because let's see, even if I pull it up, yeah, we didn't hit it. So it's very uncommon to see. Okay, yeah, I should structure this. I'm gonna talk about this in a second. Just say hi first. So Tim, what's up? Thanks everyone. Happy to see that it's valuable. Dasik, good to have you here. Dara Anson, welcome. MK Azari. Love the streams, keep it up. Thanks, man. I do see in the statistics that there's definitely a bit of an audience that only watches videos and only watches live streams, but actually most of the people watch both. Maybe a Band-Aid, how you doing? Maria, welcome. Good to have you here. Maybe a Band-Aid, the cap is on its way, by the way. It is coming. So, okay, let's talk at least a little bit of Elliott Waves. I do, again, recommend, if you want the full outlook from the weekly down to the 15-minute, literally, please check out this video later. In this live stream, which is going to take 35 minutes, I mainly want to talk with you guys, chatting in Q&A, see what you are up to. Elliott Waves, of course, maybe answer some questions. It's going to be, of course, Bitcoin focused. Tomorrow is usually the altcoin stream. I do have family coming over, so I think the altcoin stream will be late afternoon or even the evening. But I'm planning to do it tomorrow. So yeah, with regards to local price action, your most bullish scenario is a three-wave structure to the downside in an ABC. Now the probabilities do increase for an ABC to the downside. The longer price is ranging sideways here, and especially if we can take the high once again, and that is also partly because of time. Take a fib time from the start to the end of B to the end of C, and in an impulse 1 2 3 4 5, preferably a wave 4 is not longer than 6 times wave 2. You know, it's not really common, and this high was made after the 6. It's not a hard invalidation, but it is probabilities, and wave 2 in an impulse 1 2 preferably ends here at the high of where I put my B. But yeah, I don't really look too much at time. The 0.618, 70.4k, if you move up and hit that, probabilities are higher to look for the highs. However, locally, preferably, we actually still dip below into the box here before any move up. Therefore, if we do move up, I'm going to think about potential flat structures to the upside, in other words, fake outs. Because it is very uncommon for price to move up and not even retrace to a 382 Fibonacci before seeing any potential continuation to the upside, either A, B, C and you go down, or 1, 2, 3 and you continue up, right? So throughout the weekend, the probabilities are higher to move inside this box at some moment in time, and we haven't hit it yet with the low that we have over here. So it is something that I keep an eye on for. So if we have a structure here, and it doesn't really matter if it's a wave W, a wave A, a wave 1, right? The minimum retracement target for a wave X, a wave B, a wave 2 is generally at least the 0.382. Anything above is very rare. So therefore, from a probabilities perspective locally, it would make more sense to see price retrace at a certain moment over here and then take it from there. And that's literally what I said in the probabilities this morning. So on the weekly time frame, bullish, right? As long as you don't hit 49.3. On the daily, at the moment, neutral. Please check out the video of earlier where I go in detail about why. And then the lower local time frames will give us all the information we need. And then on the 50-minute, I write weekend range as the highest probability, right? It's typical for the weekend. Looking for a bit of a retracement to the fibs at some time and then take it from there. But we haven't actually hit the fibs or the target area. And then I also talk about an impulse down. If this is an impulse instead of a three-wave structure, then we do keep an eye on time and the current range. So these were the probabilities earlier. And we haven't yet hit this area. We are at support, by the way. So we have the blue box. Let's make it white because it has been tested now. So that's quite nice. But it would be good to retest this area and then take it from there. See if we can find some proof of support, some interest, some bull CVD, structure changes, other stuff that is going to make us more confident to move to the upside after the impulse is structured down. So there is a, we have a three-wave move to the downside, right? If price touches 70.4, probabilities increase that this is a three-wave structure and you're going to move up and take the high at some point. Your bearish scenario would then be a sharp double zigzag WXY. Doesn't fit nicely in the bigger context on the higher time frame scenarios for our daily time frame. So for now, I just keep an eye on the 15. After the video this morning where I did go over the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, nothing happened today. Absolutely nothing. So I just prefer to see if price can hit that area, and it would be very rare not to hit the target area and move into either a wave C or a wave 3 without even touching this area for a wave B, a wave 2, a wave X, right? Like, it's very rare not to hit at least a 382. So it's gonna, whatever price is doing here, I do keep my eyes open on the box here, right? So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, really. Oh, you actually got an email. Yeah, okay. I actually don't know when they send the email, but probably when they check it into the office and stuff. Matthias, how are you doing? Do you think Bitcoin will crash? Depends on what you, of course, call a crash. Like the move from 70 2K was according to the probabilities. We were live here, right? Remember, we were live here. And as price was ranging, we were live over here at the high. And based on right, potential impulse up, and we start to move sideways, probabilities increase for a retracement to the downside. Now we got the retracement to the downside. This, of course, I don't call it a crash. Even a 10% move down, it's not a crash in my book. Like one of the quickest moves down was this. Now that can be like considered pretty much like a crash, I suppose. But this is a crash the other way around, of course. Quick move to the upside. So yeah, define a crash. It's just a move to the downside here, which is typical for Bitcoin. And other than that, it's just probabilities. And the probabilities on all the time frames are the ones I just communicated. And locally here, right, we're just observing price action, looking for proof of support, preferably price moving down here, because the higher time frame scenario on the daily, so the daily at the moment is neutral between bull and bear, as we continue to observe the local time frame and what happens here, because this is going to decide the probabilities on the daily. The weekly is still bullish. The daily is at the moment neutral, where either you dip to the 60, like low 60, mid 60, or you continue up towards all-time high. But it's based on the range here that we are in at the moment. Arguably, your probabilities are higher for the bullish scenarios, because we have two bullish scenarios at the moment against one bearish, where the bearish one, the longer we range here, the lower the probabilities for the bearish scenario, because you actually need an impulse to the downside, preferably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the longer we range here, right, the lower the probabilities become. So arguably we are moving into potentially daily more bullish probabilities. There's also two scenarios bullish, one bearish at the moment. So keeping an eye on it, but I prefer to just look on look at local price action, really, this stuff here. I know in term on Elliott Wave the probabilities are more bullish, but the pattern is like a bearish flag. Yeah, I mean, I don't use flags. And also the pattern here can't yet be considered, of course, fully bullish. We are just in a range, expecting still price to actually move to the downside first before any clarity. And yeah, you could count a diagonal in this move to the upside, which then in a bullish case, of course, can be labeled either your wave A or your wave 1. But then preferably we're going to be looking for a 2B here, and this is then the area of interest. This is where I want to look for proof of support. This is where I want to see market structure changes, and then bullish CVDs and some Elliott Wave structures to the upside, like looking for proof of support. At the moment, of course, high volume move down, low volume move range, so arguably one can call it a bear flag in a way. But of course, you can also call it an A, B, or an A1, 2B, C3. It just depends on what this range is going to show us for now. Your bearish scenario is that this is a wave 4 and you move down in a wave 5, which is absolutely a valid scenario. Or we're going to think double zigzags, WXYs. But the WXY doesn't really fit in the higher time frame counts at the moment, so that's not preferred for now. What's up, Omar, Crazy Potato? Welcome. Lucian, how are you doing? Min micro counting. Counting on the 15 or the 3-5 minute, like 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. Yeah, that's not my cup of tea. I prefer to be on the 15 and figure out what's happening on the 15 max. I'm not really a guy that likes to go down to a 5 minute, 3 minute. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, if you like, I just mainly I look at the structure, right? There's a bit of a diagonal structure to the upside, so yeah, possibly therefore A or 1, looking for 2 or B, C or 3, and then take it from there. This is very much a 3 waver, so that then has to be either A, B. No, that's a flat and a flat, so that's A or W, W, X, Y, B, C. Oh, imagine you get a running triangle, A, B. Oh no, you can't. Yeah. Low time frame stuff. All I'm looking at is just the support box here. I literally don't even want to count this. It's just Elliott Wave probabilities. We moved up from the low. We made a high here. Now, arguably, this high was made after a bit of a 3-wave move down and another high. So yeah, maybe this is your high, right? Maybe this is your high. It doesn't even matter from an Elliott Wave perspective with regards to probabilities, because in both cases, even if I pull the fibs up to the highest high that we have here, you can see that no retracement so far hit the 0.382. It's not been hit. And whatever structure we look for, WXY, ABC, 1, 2, 3, right? Your minimum retracement target is the 382 for a B or an X, a common target. For a wave 2, it's even an uncommon target, and this is your most common target area. Also for B, X, 2 is 05786. Anything above the 382, if you would make a low here and then move up impulsively, I mean, from a probabilities perspective, it's very rare, right? It's just very rare to not even hit the 382 retracement and then move up. Besides, it's weekend, highest probability in the weekend is a weekend range. So by all means, I'm just sitting on, I'm just waiting. Like I still look for price to sooner or later have a look down here, and if it moves, it moves, but the probabilities are not in favor to already see either a wave 3, wave C, or an explosive Y or whatever to the upside for now. And it's probability. So from a probabilities perspective, on the 15 minutes, the probabilities are higher to move inside this area. And that's what I meant in the probabilities this morning, and then take it from there. We had a bit of a move to the downside, didn't hit the 382. So far it's just not interesting. What's happening here for me personally? I was gone the whole day as well, because I was chilling with a friend. Didn't look at the chart once today, and then I came back and here we are watching the chart. So I don't need to count this. It's just probabilities from a retracement point of view with Elliott waves. If you look for ABC, WXY, 1, 2, 3, you would expect at least a 382. Mind potential fake outs as well, where of course we have now, let's see, do we have a triple high? Yeah, so we have high number 1, high number 2, high number 3. Not surprised to see like bloop, like grab the liquidity of the weekend range, move to the downside, and then move to the box, for example. I'm not surprised if that happens, but I'm not really looking for a wave C3 or a bigger Y at the moment from a probabilities perspective. Yeah, and then if price does move down here, then I'll be looking for proof of support. Yeah, I think it was when you dropped. Yeah, so when we quit the live stream, I mean, it's almost like we pressed a button altogether, but we quit the live stream somewhere here around 5. Probability is higher to move down. And then I went to a festival with my friends. And then soon after, I get an alarm here because I had an alarm at the box. And I'm like, oh, that went quick. Yeah, I didn't know it was going to take that short, like that or happened that fast. We have 4 ways in maybe 15. If this is this diagonal should already be finished. Preferably you're not still working on a 5. Preferably your diagonal is already in somewhere here. Right. Also, wave 2 and 4 in a diagonal have to be zigzags. Can't have other structures. So if you do look for a wave 4 or a wave 2 in a diagonal, make sure on the lower time frames you count zigzags as well. After yesterday drop and then go down for 5 maybe. WXYB and then make a C after. Oh, so A, B, C. Well, the problem you're going to have is if this is your 2, this is going to be your 4. Now you got to ask yourself, based on ratio analysis, which is part of Elliott Waves, right? It's mentioned in the book, Elliott Wave Principle as well. Time is important. Ratio is important. That if you look at this, right, and I turn this off, then this move up is going to be your wave 2 against this 4 down. Does it look good? It doesn't look good. It's a very big wave 4 compared to a shorter wave 2, especially if this is only your A, you're looking for a B and a C. The probabilities are higher. This is a completely different structure, not related to the move, or at least to this move. You can have a W, X, Y double zigzag structure for further downside, for example, or you can have a W, X, Y, hit the 886 from the low here to the high, and then move up, right? So that we create a bigger wave 2, which is in this scenario. That's absolutely possible, right? So you have your W, zigzag, you create an X, potentially another zigzag, and then a Y, either a flat or possibly a triangle. Right? Preferably, I don't know, no, I don't really want, not take the low would be nice, but at least continue a sideways range for the remaining days. And then on Wednesday is decision day. We got some news here as well, so that would be interesting. Yeah, that would be something I'll. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, probabilities for now are just higher to at some time move into that box. What's up, Coffeeholic? Ali, welcome. Doge is altcoin stream. That's on Sunday. Adam, how you doing? Good to have you here, man. Welcome. Doge is altcoin stream. That's tomorrow. For the micro, I'll go through chat now. I'll have a look later. Also for the gold members here, it's because I have a very social weekend. It's very difficult, guys, to keep an eye on the questions in Discord. It's not often that I have so much to do. Friday night festival, today with a friend the whole day. I didn't see him for pretty much 2 months. So, and tomorrow my niece, her husband, and my nephew are coming over with the kids, and they'll be here the whole day. So it's like it's packed, and I just try to do what I can around my social schedule. Most of the weekends are very calm, but these are. It's important. It's got to spend time with family and friends. And, what happened after that? I have seen your email. But I have not yet checked your email, and that's because of what I just explained. So you sent me the email, but then I had the festival, then I had time with a friend, and now we are live. I came back immediately going live here as well for all of you, and then got some Formula One, but I can probably even check your email now. I mean, let's at least just have a look. But I didn't do anything in the setups channel anyway. Because I simply don't look at the chart. It's weekend, nothing has happened. Let's see, where's your email? Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Let me have a little look here. Okay. So I'm gonna give you the roll right now. And there you go. I also realize that in Bitcoin TA, that same guy is back again. Now, the first time I banned him, because of all the shit that was going on, all the like a bit of an aggressive guy. Then he came back with a new name, and I was like, well, I know you changed your name or a new account, but I'll accept you for now. And he behaved quite okay, but now he's back and spamming the whole Bitcoin TA chat once again with all of his stuff. So I'll keep an eye on it, but if he's gonna like go completely mad again with community members, which sometimes happens because people might get annoyed of all of his posts, which I find annoying as well. If it just keeps spamming, I'm just gonna ban that guy again. So just FYI for the people in Discord, I'm keeping an eye on what's happening. I'm keeping an eye on it. Hit the 1.618, which looking for 4 then 5. Yeah, the 1.618 is a wave 3 target, absolutely, but also a wave C. It's an extension target for wave C. The 1.618, if you would measure ABCs in basically this year, you'll see that the 1.618 is actually quite a common target. And the main difference between ABC and 123 is the 0.618. So that is why this. I want to make a video about it as well for the educational channel, right? So if you go to playlist, the newest Elliott Wave playlist I made, right? This one. I want to make a 618 video as well. It has to do with probabilities, where if you look for an A, B, C, your wave C can extend to the 1.618. There's no problem. It's, and a wave C likes to end on a high amount of volume as well. But in a wave 1, 2, 3, you have the exact same structure. So it's not always clear if you're looking at a 4 or a move back up. And that is where the 618 comes in. Because if you take a 618 from the high of 2 to the low of 3, the 618 is an invalidation for a wave 4. Guess what's on the chart, right? And that then increases probabilities for an ABC. Now, that doesn't mean you automatically go back up. It increases probabilities to move to the highs, yes. But there's the potential for a double zigzag, WXY, right? Or a sideways WXY, because the zigzag can only be a sub-wave structure of a bigger correction. It's just that the moment you hit the 618, the probabilities turn bullish. So whatever happens after has a higher probability of being corrective price action and not bullish or bearish, impulsive price action, I should say. So if this is then an ABC and price moves up and hits the 618, it can become a WXY. It can be a sharp WXY. That's no problem. It's just, or you finish and you move up and you take the high. It's just that the probabilities immediately switch, looking for price to move up sooner or later. And that is what's so important with the 618, where you compare a wave ABC with a 1, 2, 3. And that is why quite often you see the 1.618 on my chart, because that's what I'm checking. Bulls to come back on Monday. Yeah, let's see what happens, right? We are per time. It's possible for Bitcoin to reach 63,000. That would be the bearish scenario at the moment on the daily. Wait, to answer the question, no, it's not impossible. I'll just answer the question as it is. Yeah. This literal move feel like what we had between. I mean, it's like it's like, look at this. Like this was the previous weekend. Where's that man? I don't have it in my favorites because I barely ever use it. So I'm like, I don't want to put it in. But then here I am trying to find it. This was an awesome weekend as well, eh? Oh man. Oh, by the way, did we? I think we did hit the 382 here, no? Yeah. We didn't even hit it here. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you get that price action again. Another weekend, another sideways, another sideways range. Yeah. Oh, but the weekends are very important. Don't underestimate the weekends. They're very important from a time perspective, and also the range that is created. This range was the weekend. If you discount the weekend, you could be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But the weekend price action is very important in Elliott Waves. You can't just remove the weekend. You, like, some people maybe like to count a CME chart, but I always wonder, right, how do you count Bitcoin on the CME chart? You miss half the chart. Like, what you're gonna do? you like, Elliott Waves is related to, of course, psychology, which is related to buying, selling, which also helps in, also is, it happens in a weekend. So the weekend price action is very important, yeah. And that also means that a weekend sideways range can be a wave 4, can be a wave X, wave B, wave Y, right? Can even be a wave A in a flat. But we can't remove the weekend time and price related in our counting. We have to give it a number and play the probabilities. Yeah. Cheers, Adam. I was tinkering with volume profile yesterday. How did it go, Crazy Potato? And also, by the way, Crazy Potato, did you check the playlist? Like the gold channel in Discord. You go to the gold membership and then the gold channel called playlists, and then Elliott Wave Theory, and then video 8, 9, 10 about target box, volume profile, and order blocks. The volume profile video, like that's a good one there. How does Elliott play? I don't know this one. Play dodge. It's like you throw the balls and you got to dodge the balls. How does Elliott Wave stay intact when you have a lot of external factors affecting the market, like yesterday dump? The dump was not out of nowhere. Well, so let me say this. From an Elliott Wave point of view, you can go to the live stream that we did here. The probabilities were higher to look for a retracement. Now, you don't know how quick it will go, but we were looking for price to move down. We got to move down. So it's about being... it's about trading the correct direction and make a plan and know, like, okay, Elliott Wave probabilities are higher for retracement, but what am I looking for locally to enter a potential short, right? What do I then want to see? Now, the probabilities played out unrelated to what's the cause of the move down, which, selling. I'm not a fundamental trader as well. So I get the question quite a lot about, hey, how about external factors? I literally do not care about external factors. I'm not a fundamental trader, 100% technical. For me, it's all in the charts. 99 out of the 100 news-related moves on Bitcoin are already taken into account with the probabilities I mentioned before the move even happened. Same here. Probabilities higher to see a retracement, we get the move down. News-related or not, we got the move. Now, this can be news-related for some people. For some people, this will be selling related. For some people, this will be AI bots and stuff related. It doesn't matter. Price went down, and that's what we trade. So yeah, I don't do anything with news, anything with macroeconomics, nothing with all of that. I have never done and never will probably get into it. It's not bad to track it. It's just not. I just don't find it interesting, and it doesn't help my trading. But if you are a fundamental trader, or if you are a mix of both, and you can make it work, then it's good, because it's not bad to keep an eye on macroeconomics and fundamentals, right? You can have purely fundamental traders that are incredibly profitable. Read the book Market Wizards, right? You have fundamental traders. You have automated bot traders, holy shit, technical traders. As long as you make profit with whatever strategy and way of analysis you have, you're good. And I respect everyone's analysis, which I think everyone should do. That would make the industry a more happy place. I don't care if you use trend lines, RSI, fundamentals, news, I don't know, you coin flip, whatever. If you use Elon Musk as an indicator. If you are profitable long-term with a solid strategy based on statistics, props to you. Personally, it's all in the waves. It's all in the waves for me. here. So yeah, probabilities were high to move down, and you know, we got to move to the downside, so we're happy. And of course I use other stuff as well besides Elliott waves, like all the other things I show in the chart. So I yeah, so the dump, did I expect that it would be this quick? No. But did we expect a retracement? Yes. And then we just follow along with the retracement and take it step by step. So it's the same with, for example, on a daily, I should actually probably go to maybe even a weekly. But on the higher time frames here, right? Okay, let me put it on the chart. So here we're either looking for a couple of 1-2s and then you get an explosive 3 to the upside, or possibly a 5 and then you retrace for a much deeper price action. Like there's a couple of scenarios. The most important thing is that we are looking at the right direction. So if price takes the high, your bearish scenario is going to be a flat A, B, C. That's going to be your bearish scenario. I can already tell the moment you take the high, this is what we're going to be looking for. And your bullish scenario is continuation. And we don't have to know how and what. The only thing we need to know is if price moves, what does it show us? How impulsive it is? What are the extensions? What are the subwaves? So locally, the probabilities were higher to move down. The move down could have gone like this, and then this, and then this, and then maybe this, and you build a flat, and then you move down in a wave C, and then, you know, could have been an option. In this case, we got a very quick move, which is perfect as well. And what we mentioned in the live stream as well is there's like not much support between the range that we were forming here and the box on my chart. So I said in the stream, if we do move down, this is my area of interest and I will observe what price does. But now it's weakened and we just go sideways. Yeah, I mean, it played out amazing. News related, AI related, bot related, Bitcoin going to zero related, Moonboy related. We got the move. You know, so it's about being correct in your direction. And then according to new waves coming in, a plan will change, probabilities might change, and trade management is important. But yeah. Oh, wow. Nice one, maybe a band-aid. You found it. What's up, Trading Queen? Can we see recovery to 72? Can we? Yes, we can. Can I practice Elliot in 1 minute time frame to learn faster? I do not recommend it. You can do it, but don't take it too serious, because on a 1 minute, there's so much happens. I prefer, if you want to learn Elliott waves, to go to a 4-hour time frame and do multiple charts. Go through Bitcoin, go through Ethereum, go through Solana, go through like different charts, but like go to a 1 hour, 4-hour daily time frame, maybe even a weekly. But I guess daily 4 hour, 1 hour would be my recommendation, and then just use different charts. That's better than going to a 1 minute. The 1 minute is very, very messy. Account that you have is going to be invalidated with the blink of an eye, and yeah, it's better to go higher time frame. There is potential, of course, to move towards the downside. We have some support, and you have the range lows. So, but we can't use the word will. It's all probabilities, of course. Nothing corresponds. A week, yeah, but so it's not a weekly volume profile. It's local. You won't. It's this range. So it's this one. 1 second. Turn that off. And then in combination with the golden pocket. And also the golden pocket that you take from this low. You know, so yeah. Golden pocket, point of control, value area low, other golden pockets. So that's why the box is here. And that that's the main area of support that I had. So we moved down impulsively and yeah, found support on the box. So that's pretty nice. So so it's not the weekly and also not the monthly. It was local price action. Mohammed, I recommend going to my macro playlist. Of course, something macro very rarely changes. So the where is it? Oh, here. Eventually what I want to do is have one thumbnail per series. So all the Bitcoin TA are gonna have the same thumbnail. All the educational material, same thumbnail. Bitcoin macro, same thumbnail. Altcoin, same thumbnail. To make it very clear, and branding as well. But I recommend watching this. If you check out this stream, timestamps are in the live stream as well. You'll have all the information that you need. You'll be good. Yeah, it's overkill. If you go to a weekly, probably 500 is all you need, unless you really go like zoom out to extreme levels. 1K, 5K become relevant, but 500 is usually as far as it goes. But sometimes 1,000 can be interesting. 5K is, yeah, I don't. I have it, but I rarely use it. What's up, Yulfa? Welcome. Machine about YouTube. It's been a while. Good to have you here. Seems like someone has also arrived in others. Yeah, that's correct. I've heard some. Oh, thanks. You look great as well. Good to have you here again. I've heard some YouTubers talking about Bitcoin being in top structure. Well, we touched two 886s. We have over here, right, on the daily. I do have to go, everyone. Yeah, do I still have that folder? Yeah, so there you go. So we hit an 886 here and an 886 here. 886 is rare for a wave 2, common for a wave B or a wave X, increasing probabilities to sooner or later take out this high and continue the trend. So I would go against what they say. On a weekly time frame, we're bullish unless you hit 49.3K. So you can range here, that's no problem. But on the weekly time frame, the trend is up until proven otherwise. So yeah, that would be my opinion from an Elliott Wave point of view. And yeah, you can count a leading diagonal in here as a wave 1 or A, 2 or B, 3 or C. There's even another like reason why it has low probabilities. If you count this a diagonal, this is your 1 or A, 2 or B has to end here and then C or 3 down. But that means that in a C or 3, this has to be your 1, this has to be your 2, and then a 3 down. Your wave 1 has an extended fifth wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the longest. That's rare, right? That's rare. Most commonly, wave 3 is the longest. Lowest probabilities for an impulse down. Second, price took this high on some charts, invalidates a wave 1, 2 to the downside. Third, on my chart, it didn't take the high, but it touched the 886. Lowering probabilities, any move down is a wave 3. So yeah, I would go opposite. So it's no problem to have retracements, which is very, very healthy in a bull market as well. But the probabilities on a weekly time frame are higher to continue the trend. So only if you hit 38.5K, that's where hard probabilities change. 49.3 is the invalidation of the bullish snore on the weekly that we keep an eye on at the moment. That's your highest probability till proven otherwise. And proven otherwise would mean hitting 49.3K, and we're at 69. So yeah, not too worried at the moment. So leave maybe. You know what I'm looking for. April 2021. Yeah, we'll see. No? I don't know what happened back in the day, so long ago, my memory. April. Yeah, but look at what happened in April. Look at your retracement. Isn't this a beautiful golden pocket 786 retracement for a wave B, wave 2, wave X? It's not the 886. So personally, I would disagree with feelings of 2021. So this is a beautiful retracement for corrective structure. And second, the move to the upside was a corrective structure from an Elliott Wave point of view, while the move to the downside could be counted impulsively. The move to the upside here was counted correctively. And you retraced to golden pocket 786, didn't hit the 886 area at all, didn't came close. Started moving to the downside. Bearish CVD divergences were visible here. Before then the day we flushed to the downside. We also changed market structure on a daily time frame, took out this low. An ending diagonal structure on the chart. Taking out this low was a first sign for potential market structure change. The second sign was a corrective structure to the upside. The third sign were the bearish CVDs. It's a completely different context compared to where we are at the moment. But that being said though, thanks for the chat, everyone. Always love chatting to all of you, answering some questions. Again, if you haven't checked it out, make sure to check out the educational playlist on my channel. So on the homepage, if you, it's almost at the top. Everything you need to know about Elliott Waves is in there, and hopefully it will help you in your journey to become either an expert, advanced, beginner Elliott Wave counter, whatever your level is. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Gotta move. Count from the last bull run. I would have to redo the whole count, so it's quite unlikely I will put time in that unless people are in either gold or diamond membership, because that will take a lot of time, because I have to go through all the time frames of a whole year bull market. So I counted in the macro video. You can see the higher degree count, but I don't have the lower degree anymore. Just like what I do in Bitcoin now is I always remove the lower degree counts on the chart. I only keep the higher stuff in. So the moment it either played out or I remove all the small 1 hour counts, 50-minute counts, 4 hour counts. I only keep the weekly on the chart. Yeah, it's not really something I have on the plan, but make sure to check out the macro video, because at least here I do show on a weekly time frame and monthly what I'm looking at. And this is the educational playlist, by the way. So I gotta say, guys, I'm actually very proud on all of you, including the people that are not here, because in only 3 days, already over 1,100 people checked out the playlist and have been educating themselves with the videos, which is absolutely ridiculous. 1,100 views in a playlist only there for 3 days. So it's very impressive. I'm very proud to see people make use of the content. Took a lot of work, and it's great to see that it took so long, like took weeks to make, and it's a nice feeling if people use it and they leave nice comments and they're happy and they ask questions, and it's nice to see. But pleasure everyone, and Tim, let me know what you think. We can always have a look, back in the day during one of the chill live streams like we do now pretty much, and just observe it from a higher time frame. But going into 4 hour and 1 hour, I don't even think I can go back that far on a 1 hour chart actually, but maybe the 4 hour I can. But that, we'll check it out sometime. So okay, that being said, hey guys, you know what I'm looking for, the probabilities and stuff that I keep an eye on locally, right? I think that box that I showed is interesting, right? So that would be an area that I keep an eye on. That's also the highest probabilities, would be to sooner or later find our way towards this box, as it is very rare for price to create ABC, WXY, or 1, 2, 3 without at least hitting the 382. So yeah, I'm just, it's a typical weekend range. Even if we take the highs, we have 3 highs over here. Even if we take them, I do keep in mind potentially plop, something like this. Hit the 618, probabilities turn bullish. Good one to know as well. And yeah, that's it. So thanks everyone for watching. And tomorrow's going to be another live stream, but it's going to be an evening stream again. It's going to be the altcoin stream because I have family over the whole day. I will upload a morning video. At least that's the plan. So, yeah, gonna see you tomorrow again.